This is one of my favorite pelvic floor exercises to do because not only does it teach proper engagement of the pelvic floor, but it also teaches the pelvic floor to relax. So if we are in fight or flight, if we're feeling a lot of insecurity in the physical world, a lot of times we'll clench in the root chakra. Okay, we'll lift up. If you think a Kegel, there's this subtle contraction that happens in the pelvic floor. We're not able to fully relax. Or if we don't exercise, or if we had a baby, a lot of times the muscles don't get used to working in a proper way. So they start to get weakened because we're not engaging them fully. So this exercise kind of handles a little bit of everything. You can do this exercise seated in a regular chair. I'm going to show you the version with Malasana squat. So this would be maybe the advanced version of this. Just know that you can practice this in a chair as well. So I have 2 blocks beneath me. You can put a cushion, like maybe a firm couch cushion underneath you if you'd like to support, but you just want to give a little bit of lift. Books can be helpful as well. So for Malasana squat, you want to widen your knees, about as wide as they'll go without the help of your hands. Okay, bring your ankles back so they are under your knees. And then make sure your knees are up above your ankles, okay? So the knees aren't bowing in or pressing too far out. Okay, so option here, you can rest your arms, rest your upper body on the knees, or you can bring your hands to prayer and then bring your elbows to the insides of the knees. And this is a way to make sure that the knees don't fall in. Okay, so for this breath, we're gonna, as we inhale, we're gonna draw up the energy from the earth. And when we do this, start to engage, lift up from the pelvic floor. So a Kegel is contracting, if you're a female, the vaginal muscles, contracting, pulling them in and lifting them up, but it doesn't stop there. So our abdominals go down a little bit lower into the pelvis. So that's what we want to get, those deep abdominal muscles. So not only are we lifting up with the Kegels, but we're lifting up and pulling in the lower abdominals as well. So the breath comes in, we're drawing up this grounding energy from the earth, contracting into the pelvis, and visualizing this breath, this healing energy coming to the crown chakra. So root to crown, okay? This can be a very cleansing, energetic cleansing exercise as well. And then when we exhale, we're gonna begin to release that energy back down the spine, back down the chakras. And as we get to the root, we're gonna relax the pelvic floor and relax the deep abdominals. So again, inhale, lift up from the pelvic floor, drawing that energy up to the crown chakra, and then exhale, begin to descend that energy down to the root and begin to relax the pelvic floor. So we'll do a couple exercises together. However you want to do this exercise, this is the one I'm going to choose today. Bring my elbows to the insides of the knees. So lift the crown of the head up. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Lift up through the pelvic floor. So feel that contraction, feel the deep abdominals drawing in. We're drawing the energy up to the crown chakra. And then exhale out of the nose. Visualize that energy coming down the chakras as we relax the pelvic floor. Inhale again, draw up, lift up through the pelvic floor. Energy comes to the crown of the head. Exhale, begin to descend that energy down the spine and out the root as we relax the pelvic floor. Inhale again, lift up. Draw that energy up through the crown. Exhale, release the energy all the way down to the root. Relax the pelvic floor. Do 3 more in your own time. In and out of the nose. Keep the mind present on the body. Keep that engagement of the pelvic floor as you inhale. And relax on the exhale. Go ahead and take 1 more. And release. Okay, if you're seated on the floor, one way I like to end this exercise is take hold of my ankles, bring them together for butterfly. It's kind of a nice counter pose. So let the knees fall out and you can walk the hands forward. Having the blocks underneath can provide you a little bit of support underneath the hips. And if you rock left and right, you can get a bonus massage here too. So if you are in your butterfly pose, take a deep breath in, deep breath out, relax into the hips, and walk back up. Close your book and return to seated. So this could be an exercise that you practice daily. You can do this when you're driving a car, when you are stuck in traffic. It's a nice time to pause and take a few breaths. This would be a good way to relax before bed. Maybe not doing it right before you go to bed, but as you begin to wind down, doing this exercise, you can make sure that you're fully released of all this excess energy that you picked up during the day. One thing to note about pelvic floor exercises to debunk any information out there that could be harmful is you never want to do any kind of Kegel exercises on the potty. So you never want to retain your urine stream as you release it out. So that is something very important. But there's a lot of other really good information, and there's wonderful pelvic floor therapists out in the world. So if you are needing a little bit extra support, just send me a message and I can give you some referrals on that as well. Namaste.